The topic is wealth generation management and career development. Can you please turn off your microphone because of noise? Then I can concentrate to my presentation. Actually, I have a website regarding to the wealth generation called wealthg.eu, and you can also get some information there. This is the main photo of my website, and this is about me. Now I'm going to start. I start my presentation with a question. Why do some people succeed in becoming millionaires while others only dream about it? What do they know that the others don't? This is a question many times people, they ask themselves, why some others, they are successful and we are not. Some others, they have money, they have good position, they have good situation, but we don't have. Maybe because they do something else. Maybe they know some secrets. In this presentation, we are going to talk about some kind of secrets, experience I had in my life. Introduction. When I was 25, 27 years old, I became a rich person, but just because of money. But that time I did not feel well and I tried to find why. After some research, I found the reason is because I get just money. I did not get wealth. Money is not enough. Then I decided to transfer my experience, wisdom, and secrets to the others with different speeches, different events, and etc. I have published some articles, books, and hold so many speeches in different countries like Germany, Denmark, Sweden, and my country, Iran. This presentation, they were about healthy life, healthy food, and healthy thought. A story about lion and gazelle. Before we start our presentation, I'm going to start a short story about the lion and gazelle in Africa. Every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up. It knows it must run faster than the fastest lion or it will be killed. Every morning, a lion wakes up. It knows it must outrun the slowest gazelle or it will be starved to death. That means it also should or must run. It doesn't matter whether you are a lion or a gazelle. When the sun comes up, you better start running. We need to run. We need to be active. We need to move. Wealth. What is wealth? Introduction, concepts, and history. We have one general definition for wealth: tangible or intangible thing that makes a person, family, or a group better off. We have also another definition regarding to accounting aspect. Value of an entities like tangible, cash, land, building, etc., and intangible like copyright, patents, trademarks, and etc. Saleable as liabilities to make them minus. We have also aspect for economy. Total of assets of an economic unit that generate current income or have the potential generate future income. It includes natural resources and human capital, but generally excludes money and securities because they represent only claims to wealth. Two common types of economic wealth are monetary wealth and non-monetary wealth. This is about buying and something about anything that can be bought or sold and for which there is a market, hence a price. But non-monetary wealth is things which depend on scarce resources or for which there is demand but are not bought. Here you can see the pyramid of Maslow is about the needs, from physiological needs, safety, love, belonging, esteem, and self-confident. Some people, they say wealth is time plus mobility plus cash, but also health is wealth. The Webster Dictionary defines wealth as something like valuable material or resources. In this presentation, we are focusing on wealth like time, cash, value, health, wisdom, family, imagination, and etc. African proverb, wisdom is wealth. Wealth is not about having a lot of money. It is about having a lot of options. Then if you think wealth is money, is wrong, because wealth means when you lose all your money, the rest is wealth. The greatest wealth is health. Health is not money. You cannot buy your health. That's why health is really a wealth. What is wealth? As I said, wealth, what's left when you lose all your money. Wealth is flu. Alexander the Great said, bury my body and don't build any monument. Keep my hands out so the people know the one who won the world had nothing in hand when he died. You can see in history, Alexander the Great, when he was less than 30 years old, he could get whole world, but when he died, he didn't have anything in his hand. That means wealth is not money. Wealth is family, is having values, imagination, health, and etc. Family is also wealth. For example, during the corona pandemic, when we were far from our families, we could understand the value of having family and being together. There is a book, Growing Family Wealth. It's a very interesting book from Apamda, very, very interesting book. There is only one true wealth in all the universe, living time. Frank Herbert. Napoleon Hill also says, time is valuable, and when it is gone, it is gone. Time is wealth, and unlike money, when it is gone, you cannot replace it. Mahatma Gandhi also says, time is wealth, and the Gita says, the great annihilator annihilate those who waste time. They want to try to show how much time is important. Wealth is created from creating value. Wealth is health. I'm going to show you a short presentation about healthy life and healthy food regarding to my experience. As you know, I'm not a doctor, medical doctor, but I'm a system engineer. That's why I can tell you our body is like a complex system. That's why when we give them good input, we get good output or effect. I am 43 years old. About 16 years ago, I had a very poor health, like high blood sugar, high cholesterol and triglyceride, and some problem for the skin, some problem for the stomach and stress. That's why I was so fat and more than 110 kg. But I tried to change my life, and I tried to see what is not, what is higher than money, something like wealth. I thought in my life, why? I try to find some resources about healthy life, healthy food, healthy thinking, healthy thought, all organic methods. And then I started to write a book. This book is a really interesting book. I didn't finish, but I'm going to publish very soon, called The King of Soul, Mind, and Body. And in this book, I said a human is a combination of soul, mind, and body. That's why if you try to learn how, you can be a king. That's why we need to have a nice vision to the future. Our body needs 4 things: protein, sugar, fat, vitamins. We also need love and emotional things. We need to feed our body with good food and our mental with good food also. That means we need to make stress reduced or completely ignore and try to be happy and look at the future. Healthy people, they have this real soulmate. But I'm going to tell you a sentence from Rumi. Love is not the only emotion. Love is our very existence. That means each of us, we are love. Just we need to develop it. This is Rumi. You can see my photo 16 years ago, so fat and also look like older, but now you can see after changing my life, changing food, changing thinking, the way of work and everything, I reduced my weight from 110 to 75 kg. That means every day I have to do a sport, I have to do running, control my food. There are some strange ways to be over than 120 years old. These factors I tell you is from different videos, books, and articles I got. Like taking picture of yourself every day, find friends, study at university, go to language school, go shopping, say yourself and the others, you are doing well, turn off TV, search internet, clear up or cleaning up, singing, dancing, sometimes be dirty, earn so much money, try to be fast, try to marry, try to make family, and etc. Here is some secrets from the people. They already got 100 years old. And when they made interview with them, they found these ways: eating twice a day, not so much, continue working, help other people, accept death as a fact, run every day, drinking water every day, be happy always, eat healthy food, enjoy from your life, do a sport, eating fruits and vegetables, cut red meat or reduce it, fat and salts, and feeling love. I suggest this kind of food like honey, melon, nuts, fig, olive, cheese, walnuts, dates, and etc. These are something you can see the video after that. That's why because of lack of time, I don't go to all details. The stomach is very important. That's why when we reduce our food or eat a little food, that's the best medicine. Here you can see I try to do yoga and also some sport and control my sleep. It's better not so late, maximum in the evening before midnight to go to bed. Also, if you can do a sleep before lunch, something like 11 o'clock, between 11 to 13, this is also very good because our body can get energy from the earth chakras. And normally they say don't sleep before dinner, something like 17:30 to 19, something like now. In Germany is almost 17:13. That's not good, and not going to bed so late because your body reduces so much energy. And also drinking water is very important. 2 glasses of water when you wake up to make active your internal organs. A glass of water at least 2 hours before each meal, and a glass of water before taking a shower. This is also very important to control and reduce the blood pressure, and a glass of water before going to bed. When you eat and drink healthy, you do not go to pharmacy for medicine. Then vegetable, fruits is very good. And then in this photo, you can see I'm jumping, but I need to tell you something about this photo because this I could do after a really big problem in my knee because my knee was broken. And the doctor said, after 2 years, you can walk. But after 6 months, with a special plan, special food, a special way of thinking, I could do like this jumping. Energy. If you want to eat and drink, you need to know we have energy in our eyes and our fingers. That's why when you have a food, before you start to eat, you need to look at the food to get energy. And then if you go to some of the nomads, because my family originally were nomads, that's why they eat with hands, because they can get the energy from the hands. But of course, they need to wash the hands. Training and sport is also very important. Doing a sport can make mental health, healthy food, and training. They are together, it can be a combination to make your body healthy. Being active, that means you need to be active. You need to be always busy with different things, not thinking about some stuff to make yourself on limitation and make a stress or depression. I'm talking about Zarathustra faith because this is the oldest faith of the world, and I'm from Iran. That's why we have Zarathustra, and they have 3 levels of life: good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. This is very important because when we talk about these 3 levels, we are always busy in our life. That's why we start to have positive thinking, positive talking, and in real practical level, we have everything positive. This is the logo of Zarathustra. According to this methodology or faith, I make my research methodology made on good thoughts, good words, and good deeds, conceptual, bridge, and operational, or intellectual, model, executive, or hypothesis, model, proven theory, or another view, strategy, tactic, technique, or thoughts, words, deeds, question, model, proven theory, plan, planning, do plan. Now I'm going to tell you some secrets to make your life strong and wealthy. Imagination secret is the first one. To get rich, you have to know the secrets of wealth. Most people are not ready to accept these secrets because they need to really understand. They are really easy, but they need to really believe them and accept them. Sorry. The greatest limitation is their own lack of imagination. Imagination is very important because then I remember when I was a child, like something like 4 years old, 5 years old, until 7 years old, always my mother tried to help me to give me the movies I like to watch, the books I like to read. Then I could make some imagination about the future, what I like. And the photos of the things I had in my brain, she tried to put on the wall in my bedroom to make some imagination for my future. That was really helpful. Imagination is really a miracle. We need to really focus on it. You can see some photos about imagination in the future, they will happen. Imagination is the thing you want to have in the future. You need to imagine, you need to have in your brain. Then you will get them because thought, words, deeds. Energy and imagination are the springboard to wealth creation. Brian Tracy. Brian Tracy is a very famous writer about success, wealth, and etc. When I was a young boy, I always tried to play with the sheep in the bedroom or in bathroom, or some of the photos was on my wall, and my mother always tried to support me for this. She thought maybe in the future I'd like to go to this field, or some photos of helicopters. But after some years, I studied, for bachelor, I studied computer engineering. I said, oh my God, nothing happened. And there is imagination because I always try to have photos or playing with sheep, with toys, with helicopters, but now I'm computer engineering. What happened? But after sometimes I got a job in the Ministry of Oil, and then I became manager of logistics and procurement in one of the largest gas company of the world. And then I saw, oh my God, I'm busy with so many ships, helicopters, and etc. I'm showing you some photos when I was busy in that time with using helicopters, ships, and working with the oil minister and some Chinese companies. Imagination happened. Then I'm going to tell you or introduce you a book from, I can tell you the name of the writer. Because of this, I need to move it. Carrie Kerwood, The Power of Imagination. This book is a really interesting book. And also Wealth Behind Your Imagination. Imagination makes your future completely different. This is the first secret. When I was a child, I remember I always tried to read the books from Isaac Asimov. And one of the books from him was I, Robot. And then that time I said, oh my God, that's really interesting thing, robot and computer. And then in my bachelor level, I studied computer engineering. And now in my work, in my research, I'm doing some research regarding to using Internet of Things or IoT and combine them with digitalization, smartness, and management and business. This happened also in my real job and work. The second secret is all the perfect condition secret. I call this 3+7. For example, before I explain this, I need to give you an example. When you want to get when you want to get a wish, then there are some factors, some conditions. For example, 10 conditions. And when you check them, you can see you just have 3 of them. You have lack of 7 of conditions. That means you cannot get them. And then you are disappointed and leave it. But you need to know when you wish something, that means you deserve to have it. That's why it doesn't matter how many conditions they need. You need to start to do. Then miracle will happen. I saw in my life many times. I wanted to have something, but for example, 10 conditions. I didn't have all of them, maximum 3. But I said, doesn't matter, I want it. And then I tried, and then I got it. People who waste time waiting for all the perfect conditions to fall into place never get anything done. If you want to have all perfect conditions, never get it done. The ideal time for action is now, not future. Future is now. Okay? Then if you wait for the perfect conditions, you never get anything done. Paper magic. The third one is paper magic. The simple act of putting your goals, dreams, deadlines, and sums on paper. But this is not really magic because we already saw about Zarathustra. Good thoughts and then good words. Good words means you talk about this, write them. Write your goals, write your deadlines, write your sums. This can make magic in your life. Really, believe me, do it on a paper. In the first step toward transforming your ideal into material equivalent. This is really, really going to happen. Then your dream, your wishes, your goals, you need to write them on the paper. And then you can see that something happened in your life like happened to my life. Now, there is no distance between my dreams, wishes, and my real life or reality. This is a book from Henrietta Anna Klauser. Write it down, make it happen. This is really interesting book. And another book, when I was maybe 17, 16 years old, I read this book. So interesting book, and I really offer you to read this book, The Instant of Millionaires, or A Tale of Wisdom and Wealth. This book was really important, very interesting book. And I got so much knowledge in my life from this book. The next one is happiness and feeling. You need to always be happy, because I see so many people, they try to show off. Oh, I'm not happy, I'm sad. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, I'm negative. No, you need to be happy. During your search of wealth, never lose sight of the fact that if you lose happiness, you lose everything. The pursuit of money can easily turn into an obsession, preventing you from enjoying life. Some people, they are busy to get money, but they lose happiness. In my culture, we have a saying in Persian language, that means if you try to get 100, of course you have 90. That's why you need to be happy, not busy and worry for money and etc. Money for you, not you for money. You need the right money, not money riding you. In this figure, you can see the common area of health, wealth, and love is happiness. Then happiness is really important, and you should not be far from happiness. Feeling happiness, and make yourself happy with simple, small things, but happy. Poor people, they are always a slave for money. Rich people, they follow money and they lose the wealth and health. But wealthy people, they ride and they control money as a tool to get their wishes. Happiness, health, wealth. Then if you want to have health and wealth, happiness is also necessary. It's a must. Be happy. Good thoughts, good words, good deeds. This is also important, because having a good thinking way, writing it down or talking about them, and then you can see in reality, you make them happen. Everything that happens to you is a product of your thoughts. Don't forget it. So if you want to change your life, you must start by changing your thoughts. Mind revolution. If you visit my website, you will see some information about mind revolution. 3 nice thoughts. Kill tension before tension kills you. Reach your goal before goals kicks you. Live life before life leaves you. Changing your thoughts and then changing your world. The universe is change. or life is what our thoughts make it. Marcus Aurelius. I'm showing you something very funny is about the life and happiness and sadness. Life plus love is happy. Life minus love is sad. Then you put them together, then life is happy plus sad, they divide 2. Then life is always happiness and sadness. That means happiness doesn't mean you should not be sad. Of course, sometimes people, they are sad. And when you have white, then you can understand the black color. That's why this can make your life balance. This is also important. Thoughts create reality. Benefits of positive thinking. There is a book from Steve Siebold, How Rich People Think. This is also really interesting because some people, when they get money, they understand, oh, they have money, but they are not rich. Because rich doesn't mean having money. Rich means you need to have wealth, not just money. Money is just tools. If you have a look at my website, Wealth Generation, you can see how men can do revolution in mind. Next one is the gift secret or secret of time, present. The more you concentrate on what you are doing, the more you live in the present. Please turn off your microphone because of noise, I lose my concentration. This focus, this concentration is a key to success in all facets of life. Trish, yesterday, dream tomorrow, live today. Yesterday's the past, tomorrow's the future, but today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. When we say present today, that means this is a gift. That's why you need to live today and present, not always busy with the past and always busy with the future. All sectors together. Now I'm going to put them all together. To get rich, you have to know the secret of wealth. Most people aren't ready to accept these secrets, even if they are revealed to them in a very simple terms. Their greatest limitation is their own lack of imagination. First one. People who waste time waiting for all the perfect conditions never get anything done, because you need to know if you really wish something, that means you deserve to have it. I'm going to tell you saying from Rumi in Persian language about this all perfect of condition. He says, این طلب در تو گروگان خداست، زان که هر طالب به مطلوبی سزاست. That means when you wish something, that means you deserve to have it. That's why don't think about 10 conditions, 100 conditions, and you don't have it. No, just do it, then you will get it. Everything that happens to you is a product of your thoughts. That's why you need to always having a good thoughts and changing your thoughts. If you want to have new wishes, you need to be a new person with new thoughts. The simple act of putting your goals, deadline, and sums on a paper also can transfer everything from your brain in reality. During your search for wealth, never lose the happiness, because if you lose happiness, you lose health and wealth. The more you concentrate on what are you doing, is the more you live in present. Then live now. We would like to prepare you to participate in the 5th wave of wealth generation through the 5th wave theory. In this presentation, I'm not going to talk about the 5th wave theory, because this theory is mine and I have invented, introduced, and developed since 2010 to 2017. And in this theory, I'm talking about the future, talking about the preparation for future, how man can prepare for the future, and which kind of challenges we are going to face, and what shall we do to make the world a better place for living. That's why we need to always think about ourselves and then the others, and then change it to a good way. To summarize or advise to you to have a mentor or a role model, drive imagination and creativity, and prepare yourself for your job, your future, your career, but not for past and not something you did before mistake. Because the thing you did mistake, they are like making infrastructure for you to jump to the better future. First, second, third, and fourth waves, we already discussed about this because I said I'm theoretician for the fifth wave theory. Agriculture wave was 30,000 years, and then 100 years industrial wave, and then information wave or post-industrial wave that happened in 1970s by the book from Alvin Toffler, the third wave. And the virtual wave was almost 11 years until 2010. And then this is the book from Alvin Toffler about the third wave. My book about the fifth wave theory is going to publish very soon. And we, from my university, University of Applied Science FHM in Germany, and London Institute of Skill Development LISD in London, and some other partners, we are going to set up and establish a conference in October about the fifth wave theory. And I would invite you to attend to this conference. That will be so interesting topic. This is about the post-industrial wave or age from Alvin Toffler in 1970s. Okay, where we are in the first wave, or in the second wave, or third wave, or fourth wave. Of course, we have all combination of these words, but we are at the end of fourth wave, and we are going to enter to the fifth wave. In my theory, I said from 2020 to 2030 is the edge of tomorrow. That's why we are at the moment entering to the edge of tomorrow. IT-based economy is also important. I'm going to tell you a sentence from Bill Gates. If you are not on the web after 2001, you are out of competitive world. This is really important sentence because almost 20 years ago, we started to do e-business, e-education, e-ticket, and etc. But today, after Corona happened, we can see how much e-learning is important. If we didn't have this smartness, digitalization, we could not make this conference today or this webinar today. That's why e-learning, e-shopping, that happened 20 years ago. But what Corona did, in my fifth wave theory book, I have a chapter about Corona, and I said Corona is not really bad. I called Corona as a super accelerator to change your life and make it so faster. A story of self-service restaurant. I'm going to tell you a story of self-service restaurant. It's very interesting. This story says a person was in the restaurant and he didn't know what is self-service restaurant. He was there and nobody offered him any food. He was waiting for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, and he was so angry. And he saw everybody is coming and eating, but he's still waiting. He went to the head of the restaurant and said, what are you doing? What kind of restaurant are you? Because I'm here 2 hours and nobody cares about me. And the others, they are coming and eating. He said, yes, but it is self-service restaurant. You need to help yourself. That means you need to take a plate, choose the food you want, and then at the end you need to pay and then sit and eat. And he said, oh my God, our life is also like self-service restaurant. Many people, they don't have wealth and they're sitting and waiting. Of course, nobody come and offer you anything. In self-service restaurant or life, we need to start, stand, take the plate, choose the dishes, and then pay the cost. Then we can have it. That's why you should not sit and wait and say, oh, the others, they are successful, they are lucky, they are happy, but I'm not. Of course you can be, but just you need to move. This story of self-service restaurant is really interesting story because this can make us prepare how to, face to our life and change it. I'm going to tell you some stuff about career development perspective. When I was in Denmark, I have been living in Copenhagen for 5 years. Then they invited me to Danish TV to make interview with me about success, finding job, and speaking Danish language, because Danish language is very difficult language. Then I said, because of 3 secrets. And they said, okay, tell us. I said, number 1, network, having network. They said, oh, and number 2, I said, having network. And they said, number 3, I said, having network. Network is really important. If you want to, yes, you need to be wealthy person, not wasting your time, living in present, be happy, imagination, not looking for all perfect conditions. Then before all these things, you need to also make communication to make your network so strong. For example, now I have a network globally in whole countries. I know many people in different countries. And every day, almost every single day, I get one email and they invite me to be keynote speaker, to be conference chair, to be writer for a book, and etc. Why? Because network is really important if you want to develop your career. An employee or a founder. Do you want to be an employee or you want to be a founder of a company? For this, I'm giving you an example. There is a professor in USA. He said we can divide people or human resource in two groups. One of them, she called them golden spoons, another one hard fighter. She said some people, they are top students, they are going to best universities and etc. And they are like golden spoons, but they get so many good offers and they are working like employee for some companies. And after some years, because of having a flat life, no innovation. But hard fighters, she said, they are people because of problems, their family, because of being poor family, not having money to go to good university, but they are always trying to work, to get money, to do study, but so slow. But after some years, they can, because they cannot get a job, they have to make a job. They have to found a company, and then they can be successful. We have so many examples, like Bill Gates. He didn't even finish his bachelor, but he made Microsoft, and for so many years, he was the richest person of the world. Or Jack Ma in China, or some other people in different countries. They did like this because of changing mind, because of having network, imagination, and being hard fighter. Then please be golden spoon is also good, but also hard fighter. Making a story about yourself, and then become an architecture of your future. Because future is not somewhere you need to take a taxi and go there. No, future is the place you need to make and then go there. Future is your wishes. Future is your dreams. Then make it and go there. Where is future? As I said, future for everybody, every single person has different future. Then your future is your wishes, your dreams, your imagination. I'm going to tell you another story about the shark of your mind. This story happened in Japan. Some people, they did fishing every day and get some fish to sell it and then get money. But sometimes when they were in the market, people said, these fish you have, they are not really good and we want delicious fish. They are not really delicious. They said, okay, we can go with our boat some far away, and then there are some rivers and some lakes and there are so many good fishes. We can, do fishing and then take it for you. They tried to do it, but they had to go there and sail there for 2 days. After 2 days coming back, the people said, yeah, they are nice fishes, but these fish, because of having them in the tankers for 2 days, they are a little bit rotten and the smell is not so good. They said, okay, what we can do is putting some ice, and then they are not going to be rotten. After sometimes people said, yes, they are nice, but we need to have fresh fish. Then what they did, they make a big vanna in the boat and the ship, and then put the water inside, and then all fishes, the fishes, they were alive, and then they try to sell it. People said, yes, they are fine, but you took them from the big ocean, but put them in the small, tanker. That's why they are not really active. We need to eat fresh fish. And then what they did, they put a shark inside. The shark tried to follow them and eat them. And all fishes, they have to be so active and fast. This means in our life, we need to do also the same. This story is about our brain. If we want to go to a good future, good level of our job perspective, career development, and etc., we need to put a shark in our brain to eat all rotten ideas. And then we can be fresh and go to the good future. Future is in your hand if you make it. Dream, but also wake up. Dream is good because, as I said, you need to have a dream, you need to wish, and then, but also you need to wake up. We must dream, but we must also wake up. But how? We have some methodology to, I already told you, like secrets for imagination, happiness, understanding the meaning of wealth, not just money, health, family, being active, happiness, living in present time, and then balance our life. That means when we say happiness, that doesn't mean we should always pretend to we are happy. No, we need to also sometimes be sad. Yes, sometimes some sad thing happen to us, but we need to strong and control them. A lesson from Alexander the Great. I already told you this sentence from him. He said, when I die, put my hand out of my grave to show people Alexander the Great, who won the world, when he died, he didn't have anything in his hand. Which kind of challenges we can have in this case? Yes, sometimes when we study is difficult, then we need to learn, we need to talk, we need, as I said, you must have a model, pattern, or coach. This person can help you to make this situation better. We have some advantages, disadvantages. I prefer to discuss with you about this. And then at the end, I'm giving you a test. Can you please assist me to do this test with the attendees, please? Can you hear me?
Yeah, of course, go on.
Okay, this test, I would like to show you each slide, and then I would like to have the answers from the attendees. Question 1, okay. How to put a giraffe into a refrigerator? You have just 20 seconds to answer me.
How to put a giraffe into a refrigerator? There's some people might be smarter than me. So can anybody come up and give a response? You need a tall refrigerator, I think, to fit a giraffe.
Okay, the others?
Open the door and put the giraffe in the refrigerator.
Okay. Next one,
Anybody
please.
else?
Okay, now I'm going to second question. How do you put an elephant into the refrigerator? Please give me feedback.
There's somebody in the chat saying the same way. Open the door and put it in, and then we close the door.
Do you think it is possible because the elephant is so huge?
The refrigerator is big enough.
Okay, then we need to have a very big refrigerator. Okay, next one. The Lion King is hosting an animal conference. All the animals attend except one. Which animal does not attend and why?
Maybe another lion. Because that can be, maybe another lion does not attend.
Why?
Because there can only be one Lion King.
Okay, because of competition, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, the others?
The elephant, because it is in the refrigerator.
Okay, it is in the refrigerator. There is a river you must cross, but it is full of crocodiles. How you can manage it?
Maybe you have to build a bridge.
Yes.
Anybody else?
These tests, they are really important because they are psychological tests. And then after that, I explain the answers and tell you what is your situation, because we talk about wealth.
I think building a bridge is the most thing that I can think of.
Now I'm going to start the answers. When you talk about giraffe, putting a giraffe in the refrigerator, you said open the door and put it in. You said a big refrigerator. And then when I asked you about the elephant, you said also a big refrigerator. Okay, that means nobody said it's not possible. That means if in the future you face with a challenge, you don't say this challenge is so big and it's not possible. You said it is possible, but a big one. But this is also not good way, because we should not make everything so costly. This is also important. Also, if I asked this question with other people, they said you need to kill them, cut them in small pieces and put in the refrigerator. I said also this is possible, but you are destroying your resources. This is not a good answer. And then the next one, was about the elephant. Elephant is also big, and that means you need to put the refrigerator out and put the giraffe out of refrigerator and put the elephant inside. And the next question was about the Lion King. And we said, when Lion King invite everybody, one animal doesn't come, who? You said maybe another king, but one person said elephant because elephant is still in the refrigerator. That answer is right. That means if something happened in your life, some challenge, some bad thing, you need to learn from this. If not, again, you do mistake. If you say another answer, that means you didn't learn from the last mistake or last challenge. And the last question said, how you can do it? You said you can make a bridge. Yes, this is the right answer. But this answer, making bridge, is making so much cost and budget. But when the Lion King made the conference, all animals, they are there. Also crocodiles. That's why no crocodiles, they are in the water. Then you can swim. Future scenario. You need to make a future scenario for yourself. You need to follow this PowerPoint presentation I already showed you. Maybe after this presentation, London Institute of Skill Development would upload this video on YouTube. You can watch this video again, and then you can try to use these levers in your real life, because I really did this in my life. Conclusion and discussion. I already told you. Secrets. Number one, imagination. All perfect conditions. Changing your thoughts. Putting everything on paper. Happiness. Living in present. And then having network. Not just employee, also founder. Make entrepreneurship. Making a story about yourself and being your architecture of your future. Making your future and get it. And putting a shark in your brain to eat all rotten ideas. Okay. Thank you for your attention. Now you understand why I put this photo, because I believe in this photo. These are the references, and now I'm available to do discussion or any question, anything with you.